it's Laynie and welcome to the channel. How are you guys doing today? I'm cold. That is why I'm wearing my, yes, I'm cold, me, 24/7 sweater. It's chilly, it's yucky. I've heard we're supposed to get some freezing rain. Ew, I'm not into it. It's gloomy, I miss the sun, but at least I'm warm and cozy. Welcome to the channel. I'm so excited you decided to stop by and hang out. What is on your agenda for the weekend? We're hoping to go see Moana 2. I have heard it's not that great, but it'll be a fun little outing for a crummy day like this. Let me know what you guys are doing down below. I am so freaking excited for today's video, you guys, like level 10 excited, because I wasn't actually sure what I was gonna sit down and film today. I had a couple ideas and then this arrived. The new Marsté house by Marste from Makeup Geek. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I know after Makeup Geek closed, she got really into fragrance. I feel like so many of us did during COVID. We weren't wearing makeup like we usually did. And for me, I fell into fragrance. It sounds like she did too. And she actually launched her own fragrance house, which I'm really excited to smell. I thought about purchasing full bottle, but I'm really trying to slow my blind buys, you guys. Like, it's just so risky. Like, I know like so many of us, like, everything's adding up so quickly right now, and I just can't risk big purchases on something I haven't smelled before. So I'm so excited. She launched a full sample set so you could try things out. So I picked one up. I had to. I'm so excited. So that's what we're going to talk about. If you enjoy fragrance content, lifestyle content, beauty content, make sure you click that subscribe button. Join the fam. You won't regret it. And yeah, I'm just going to stop rambling. I've had caffeine today. If you can't tell, let's go. It's funny how when I drink a cup of coffee every day, I don't realize the caffeine is affecting me so much. But then when I don't drink it for a few days and then I have a cup of coffee, I'm like, whoa, my heart is pounding. I'm just sensitive. So I will say that the fragrance sample set, let me show you, is $32. I did get a 30% discount that she was running. The code was BF30. I'm not sure if it's still available, but if it is, try it. I do really like though that this kind of gives a nice little luxe experience here with the way it is packaged up. This is very cute, very high end. You really do get an experience with this. Cute little paper in there to keep them safe and secure. Love that. And honestly, these very much remind me of other niche samples I have bought. Let me gather them up real fast. They're just a nice quality sample. Like she said, these are a little bigger than typical, and I can tell. It reminds me a lot of the Montal samples I have purchased, which is a niche house, and this is a niche house. You know, I was a little hesitant about spending $30 pre-discount on samples, but honestly, this would be a really nice little gift for a fragrance lover. I watched a video Marlena did, and it sounds like you're supposed to get an email at some point with like a discount or something for purchasing a sample if you buy a full bottle, and I love that. So I hope I do see that somewhere in my inbox. That would be so fantastic. Because I'm cheap, I'm gonna cut these in half. So she has two different types of fragrances on her website in a little bit bigger bottles. Those are priced at $168. There's 3 of them. She has 3 Essence, which she said are still eau de parfum, so they're still regular concentration for perfumes. But the point of them is more for layering, if I'm understanding correctly. So I think I will just start with the actual fragrances, the 3 that are truly fragrances, not just for layering. Jardin de Luxembourg. Very nice little sprayer on here. I'll give it a minute. In here we have top notes of green mandarin, rhubarb, and basil, and I get that. It's very bright, very green, a little earthy. I really pick up the basil, which makes it almost a little bit savory. In the mid, we have petitgrain, white lilac, neroli, and clove. Base, Virginia cedar, ambrette seed, and musk. It's not bad by any means. It's just not my thing. I honestly feel like this would smell better on my husband than me. I'm getting a lot of the greenness. It's very bright, it's energizing. I really get that basil, neroli, lilac, I get it. Ambrette seed, cedar, and musk. As it's drying down, I'm starting to like it more. The beginning is too green for me. I'm not a real green lover. The base is getting prettier though. In the base, I feel like it's becoming a bit more creamy with the ambrette seed and cedar and musk. It's really taming those top and mid notes. The base is pretty. To me, this is a little bit very daytime, elegant, elevated. This is kind of a I've got money scent. Just doesn't really fit my very normal Midwestern life. It says it's supposed to evoke the memories of a Parisian spring morning, and I could see that. It is very bright, daytime, happy, awake, effervescent. As it dries down, I still really do pick up the neroli. I really enjoy neroli, but I know it's not for everybody. This is almost like Love Don't Be Shy without the candy sweetness. It's more of a happy daytime unisex Love Don't Be Shy. I'm enjoying the base, honestly, I am. That opening was just not for me, I'm gonna be honest. Just too green. I'm not a real green fan, but the base is really pretty. It is something I enjoy enough that I feel like I'll use the sample for fun, but personally, it would not be a full bottle for me just because I don't love that opening. But it honestly does smell like quality, and this doesn't smell like something that you're gonna smell at Ulta or Sephora. It smells like a niche house. Those usually take a little learning, getting used to, adjusting when you are very much a fun, flirty, cheapy lover like myself. Next up, the one I definitely can't pronounce. Montreme Midi. If you speak French, I'm so sorry. I know I butchered that. Now this is supposed to embody a leisurely Parisian afternoon. In the opening, we have grapefruit, cardamom, and juniper berry. It smells like Christmas trees, but sweet at the same time. Star of jasmine, pear, orange blossom in the mid, and in the base, atlas, cedarwood, honey, and musk. This one is interesting. I'm getting a lot of the juniper berry, kind of how it's in, kind of like in Gentle Fluidity Gold. It reminds me of that type of juniper berry, but this is more in the forefront. I really pick it up. This is a floral, fruity, and musk. I definitely agree. The type of flower petal in here is very realistic. I truly feel like I'm in a floral shop, like with my nose up against a petal. It is very realistic. The scent of a petal, even the way the petal feels. I feel like petals have a very soft, kind of plush silkiness, and I'm getting that. This is another one that as the base comes forward, I'm starting to enjoy it more. I liked the opening. It was a little bit too Christmas tree for me, but now that mid and that base are coming to play, and I find it really pretty, soft, feminine. I still think this could be unisex on the right man, but something about the flower petal vibe I'm getting makes this go a touch feminine for me. If you don't like honey fragrances, this is a very soft, delicate honey. It's not like a rich dripping in honey. I know some people do not enjoy honey fragrances. The honey in here just gives it a little sweetness that I feel like it really does need, especially with that very almost bold opening with the grapefruit and the cardamom and the juniper berry. Those are pretty in-your-face notes, very delicate as it dries down. I wonder how this would wear because to my nose it is very, very light and delicate. It doesn't seem like something that would last a long time, but again, first impressions, I can't speak to longevity, but this is pretty delicate in the dry down. Kind of reminds me of a much more elevated, sophisticated version of Ellis Brooklyn Florist because it is such a realistic floral. Une Nuit Parisienne. It is a amber woody gourmand. This almost smells familiar. We have top notes of hazelnut chai, Malabar plum. I've never heard of that type of plum. Mid, black tea, damask rose, benzoin. In the base, labdanum, vanilla, sandalwood, and musk. It says it's the spirit of Parisian nightlife. This one is definitely darker, richer, moody. This would be very unisex in my opinion. If you like a very low-end product like Moon Milk from Target, this is the very much grown-up boss babe older sister, but it's a similar vibe. It really does have that chai essence in there. Like it smells like you're sipping on a chai tea. I'm getting the tea, I'm getting the chai spice. To me, it would be like a actual chai tea versus a chai tea latte. The rose is really kind of blended in and hidden in there. I'm not a real rose lover. I feel like it just adds a soft richness. It doesn't scream rose, which I appreciate. Once in a while, I enjoy that, but for the most part, I'm not a rose lover. Labdanum, vanilla, sandalwood, and musk. Definitely the base starts to tame the notes some. It gets a little smoother, a little creamier. This is really, really grown, sophisticated woman or man. This one's very unisex to me. Again, just doesn't match my lifestyle here in the Midwest, wearing my cheapy Amazon sweater. I feel like I would have to live somewhere like New York City, LA. I work till the late hours of the night and then I hit the town when I get off. Just doesn't match me here. Really an elegant, elevated, bold, deep, sexy fragrance. This one I will say smells a bit familiar. I can't quite put my nose on it, but I feel like this one is similar to something I've smelled before. But again, very, 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 very sophisticated. When I see a fragrance marked at almost $170 a bottle, I'm like, ooh, that's up there. I feel like the smell of these match the price tag. I do feel like it's for a more top tier level of individual than myself, if that makes sense. Not bashing myself, just being realistic to my very normal life I live here. Essence Mandarin. It says a citrus floral musk, green mandarin, ginger, and ambrette. Very much get all three of those. It is very green, bright, zesty in the opening. The ginger makes it very effervescent, uplifting. I really do enjoy ambrette notes in fragrances. I feel like ambrette adds a really nice muskiness that's almost a little soft and creamy at the same time. This one, when it first opens, it is a bit too zesty, a little too tart for me in the opening, but then as it tames a little bit and that ambrette comes out, I really enjoy it. This could definitely be worn on its own, honestly, man or woman. If you love a fresh, kind of modern, uplifting, energizing scent, this would be really nice. The price on these are better too. These are 30 mils and they're $92. So obviously not cheap, but that price is a little more doable. I could see how you could use this to really energize and awaken other fragrances in your collection, which is fun. Next up, we have Essence Santal. I'm a bit nervous for this one. I'm not typically a Santal fan. Most things in this family remind me of pickles. This one is not going pickly, so that's good. It says woody, warm, spicy. Interesting. Not what I would have guessed hearing Santal. I feel like so many of those are very musky, pickly. This has notes of celadonian, sandalwood, cardamom, and musk. It is interesting. There really is a really pretty warmth in the background. It is a little spicy, but it doesn't tickle my nose. It just really warms it up and makes it cozy. I wasn't sure how this would play this time of year since it is so cold out, but honestly, I feel like this could be an all-year fragrance. It's spicy enough that it works really well in winter, but it's not so spicy that if you reached for it when it's warmer out, I still think it'd be really nice. A little alluring, honestly. This is one of those your skin but better. When you wear it, I feel like it could almost be like you just have used a really nice shampoo and body wash that's still just kind of lingering on you. It's very fresh and clean without being soapy. This one, I'm sure would pair really well with many fragrances, but really this one's pretty on its own. It's simple but unique. This one to me could be someone's really perfect signature scent. It's still classy and a little I've got money, but still not so much so that here living my very normal life, I don't feel like I would stick out or be out of place wearing this to work or wearing this to grab a coffee with my friends. It's always fun to discover something that you enjoy that's a little out of your comfort zone. I don't know, I love that about fragrance. And then the last one that I am most excited for, I am a sucker for anything vanilla, but also a little bit nervous because I do love vanilla so much that sometimes I can be let down when things are labeled vanilla. This is Essence Vanille, and it says gourmand woody citrus. We have notes of vanilla, coriander, and key lime. Okay, Marlena. Oh. I hate key lime pie. Like, not for me. My husband loves it. Ugh. There's something about that note in here with the type of vanilla that is so good. This is not kidding when it says indulgent. This is indulgent. It is rich, decadent, absolutely. It is so thick. You almost feel like you could cut it with a knife. For only having 3 notes, this seems like there's so much more going on. The vanilla is so good. It is a rich, thick, humid vanilla. I don't know why some fragrances to me smell like the note in a humid environment. To me, that makes it smell thicker, denser, like you're walking into a steam room and it's full of like vanilla, almost heavy. But the coriander and the key lime especially kind of lighten it up and keep it from going too extreme, too syrupy, too much to where it's stomach turning. I really like this. It's decadent. This one to me would probably be like 3 spray maximum because it is so decadent. Honestly, for having only 3 notes, I can't believe how rich this is. Usually to get this type of richness, it's like vanilla, another vanilla, some sugar, some of this, this, and this, and this, and this. The vanilla in here is just all-encompassing, rich, yummy, smooth, creamy, almost syrupy, but then it just takes a step away from syrup because of that key lime and coriander. Okay. I like this one. I really like this one. I'm kind of curious how the Santal and this one mix together. I feel like they could play really nicely together. Hope I'm right. The Santal takes this from rich and decadent to a little bit of sunshine and springtime, but the warmth of the notes in there also come out to play. Ooh, okay, I kind of like those together. Together, it kind of reminds me a bit of Devotion, and even the Vanille on its own, a little bit reminds me of Devotion in the sense it's vanilla with that citrusy note in there, but honestly, way more expensive smelling, way more niche smelling, much more decadent. If I wasn't wearing a fragrance already today, I would put that on and just rock the HE double hockey sticks out of it. Wow, that was so fun testing those out. Have you guys tried Marsté? If you have, let me know down below. Kind of rounding it up again, first impressions, haven't worn any of these, can't speak to longevity. As I wear the samples, I'll try to pin some comments down below. I can say honestly, for me in my lifestyle, some of these are just too bougie for me. It just doesn't match my life. I have no events or any type of setting I'm going to where I feel like they would match the circumstance. But they're very high quality. They're very niche smelling. If you are in a luxury type lifestyle, a higher pay bracket than I am, these are really beautifully done, honestly. The bottles look stunning from what I've seen in Marlena's videos. The price, honestly, is not terrible because these do smell like something I could smell at Saks and Fifth Avenue, and many of those are $300 and above. Link the video down below of Marlena talking with the gentleman who actually made these fragrances. Really interesting to hear the background, hear a professional perfumer talk about it. You could tell a lot of thought and education went into this, which I think is really cool. And I love seeing new houses come alive. And so I think this is very exciting. I think for her first launches, honestly, she knocked it out of the park. Even though not everyone was for me, I honestly really enjoyed them. That Essence Santal and Essence Vanille are definitely my favorite for sure. Alright guys, that is all for today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I hope you all have just a wonderful weekend. And as always, please try to stay positive, because at the end of the day, that is truly all we can try to do. I will see you in the next one. Mwah. Bye-bye.